So like what I was saying, the Shadow Shuttle launch pad is technically Onslaught's guns and feet for the for the Bruticus mode, and we're going to remove Shadow Shuttle right now. So if you take a look at that, you would see the side view of that launch pad, and mostly it's the gun of Bruticus that you're going to get right there. So I'm just going to try to remove this. So you can actually put Shadow Shuttle on that trailer. So it's really up to you how you want to play with Shadow Shuttle together with the Onslaught or the Mammoth parts from MachineBoy. So my favorite again. I'm going to just try to set him aside. Now, we're going to try to separate these things. So when you get Onslaught, you have these things right here that are supposedly the feet. And if you take a look at it, they look like little robo drones, and you have like tractor treads right there. And one cool thing that you can do with this is that if we take this piece out, and you can actually fold this section right here of the trailer, and you'll see these two like nubs or whatever you want to call them, and you can lock them into these ports so that it can pull like that. It can pull the trailer. So it's like a trailer with a drone pulling it. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool and nifty gimmick that they placed, and I think Warbotron was the one who came up with that. And you can put the other piece right there, so it looks like it's carrying it. So it's like a battle trailer system kind of thing, which is cool. So let's try to remove that. Now we're going to combine all of these parts together. So we're down to just really combining Onslaught and the rest of the other Combaticons. So we're going to start with the trailer. By the way, this is his chest piece, and it just really goes to your trailer. It's has really nothing significant right there that what it would do. There's just really this section where you can hide it so it won't be kibble. But basically what you want to do first is you want to flip him like so you can see this section right here. Let's try to lock that in first. Flip the section, okay, and this will free this whole assembly. So what you want to do is just really split it apart, and then you see this nub right here, this peg, it will fit into a hole. So you'll do that and then just bring this down. Really lovely ratchet right there. It's not locking in. You just really need to put a little elbow grease. There you go. And then once you have locked those two in place, you'll pull this down, and then it will lock those two holes right there, and voila, you have it all locked together. So you have this sort of platform divided. Now flip this one right here, and as you can see, you can just collapse the legs, the ramps, to form the thighs of Bruticus. So once you do that, it also reveals the connector ports for your legs, and this is pretty much the waist section of your Bruticus right there. Let me just try to get the two components that we need. So we're back with Foxhound and Thor Tiger. Now if you check out this section, you can fit these guys. I think we've shown that in the earlier videos. So one thing I like to do is just position it like so, and you have to find which one is left and which one is right. So this one's going to be for foxhound, so we're going to put it here, just slide it in, just pry it open, don't worry, it can fit, and then just lock it in place. Just lock it in place. There you go. That's going to be one leg right there. And then same goes with Thor Tiger. So just try to push it in. There you go. And lock it in place. Oops. And that was the original problem that we had when we did the first video for this. So that's cool. Now that you have it, we are going to just really put this connector port here. So just push it in. It's really tight though. Now, one thing that I can tell you is that there are these sections that you just have to really push so that it can slot in there. So there you go. Slide that in, and same goes with this. Just press on down on that one and push it in hard. Ugh. Doesn't want to go in all the way, but I think it's in. It's just not showing the. Let me try it again. Oh. I'll have to pause the video because it's kind of stuck. So I've now combined it, and it's equally placed. So as you can see, it's starting to take shape. So we're going to just set this part aside, and we're going to focus on the other parts. So we have these two guys. It's going to be Shadow Shuttle and Nightingale, and we're going to transform them into the limbs of Bruticus. So let's start off first with Nightingale. So you're going to try and transform them halfway through, and just really try to there you go. Just try to transform them midway from robot mode to vehicle mode. So just to expose this section, because this would be like the, what do you call this? The joints, the elbow. So we're going to try to rotate that thing. There you go. So this would be the right hand, and there you go. You can, if you flip that, you would see that there's that section. You can fit this thing here. Just pry it open first and fit the hand in. There you go. And then you can just rotate it. So for this thing, you can just really put it like that. And what I like to do is I just really like to fold it. Let's try to open this thing right here. There you go. You can try to fold that depending on how you want it. There you go. So there's just really, it's kind of hard. Again, you're dealing with a pretty tough plastic from MachineBoy. There. Now, if you notice, I already pulled this down. I'm going to try to remove these things and pop it in later. There we go. And try to rotate the hands in a bit. But anyway, so this is going to be the connector port. We're going to just try to angle this down once more. And we're going to remove, we're just going to set this aside because that's the arm already. And we're going to go with Shadow Shuttle. Now for Shadow Shuttle, I like to fold everything first. Try to figure out how to fold this thing. I forgot. I know you can fold it cleanly. How did I do that? Did I rotate that? No, never mind. So again, it's getting a little confusing sometimes. So just try to pull it down as well, and from there you can just flip up this section and then just pull this connector port down like so. And I like removing these things. You want to rotate this, and you just want to really open this section. There you go. And you want to just really just like doing that. I know it's not really how you're supposed to transform this, but I'm just trying to find an easier way for me to angle it, because if you do it in such a way, sometimes it doesn't really look bulky. It looks like the other arm is thin compared to the other one. So try to do it that way. I don't like this part right here. I'm just going to try to interchange it because I know you can fold it better. Let me just try to find a way. There you go. Is it that way? Let me find... How did I do that? Give me a second. I'm just going to try to pause the video and try to find that section how I fold the wing. Okay, so there, I actually had it switched, and it's a cleaner and more flush looking fold for the wings. Now all you have to do is just find that same section where you saw on Nightingale, and just pop the hand in, and then just try to lock it in place, and you have the other hand. Now the problem with this is that the boosters are kind of, you know, like just hanging there, and it's in the way. I kind of don't like that. But you have the other arm of Bruticus right there, all ready and all set. There you go. So I'm gonna just leave that, and we're gonna go with Onslaught. Okay, so we're gonna transform Onslaught like halfway through his robot mode. I mean vehicle mode. So we're gonna just combine these two together, just lock them in place, and then we're gonna open this section right here, and we're gonna hide the legs once more. Same goes with the heels, and we're gonna just lock this in place. Right. Now the next thing that we want to do is check out the wheels, as the wheels can be, you can just angle that. You can see that you can open that. Just try to lift it, and you would see that there were like pegs locking it. You can just try to move it up. That would make more sense later once we make this whole lower assembly as a backpack. So we're gonna just try to wiggle our way to unhinge that. Again, same goes to this, ow, it hurts, lower part. There you go. Tough plastic once more, really tough plastic. So the next thing we want to do is just hide the hands. Hide those hands once more. Hide those hands once more. And what I like to do is just I bring the head all the way back, and I just try to fit that there. Sorry if you weren't able to see that. Okay, and then I hide it. Okay, so just leave this open because that's going to be the head later on. The next thing for us to do is to just really open this section. Okay, and once we open this section, we will rotate these things right here. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna rotate that, and what's the next thing? Oh, okay. So we're gonna just try to open this part right here, and this will reveal the connector port for Bruticus. There you go. So you want to just pull these two gray things right here, and I need a prying tool for that, so I'll be right back. Let me pause the video once more. Okay, so I used this thing right here to flip these two open, and that's going to be your connector ports. Now once we have that, what you want to do now is just really bring the whole head, and that's going to reveal that really cool looking Bruticus face. And let's turn to the back, and then just fold these two sections right here and just close this, and it's going to sit flush right there as a closed out panel. Now the next thing we want to do is just bring this whole assembly like so, and you see these two pegs right here, they're going to peg into those holes, so we're going to just fold them together. Give me a sec. There you go. Sorry, you have to just really open this section, and instead of just pegging them exactly like that, you want to close and collapse this in like you're doing it in truck mode. So there. Sorry about that, and just try to bring that in now. See this thing here? It's getting a little tricky here. Let's try to get these things out of the way. And can you see that? It's gonna fit in there. Very good. Okay, so once it's fitted in, we're gonna just bring these hands. How do I work with these hands? I totally forgot. Let's close this first. Right there. Close the panels in, fold it in. There you go. Yeah, so we need to make sure that this thing doesn't like move around, so we have to lock this in place, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. How do I do that? I forgot how to do it. Oh, by the way, these two things, so just slide it like so, so it just closes like that. And I'm trying to remember, but it looks like I'm forgetting something right here. So let's try to rotate these things first, and then just put them here. And I know there's like a lock where you can have this thing lock in place. It's gonna angle somewhere. How do you do that? Ah, man, I don't want to break it. Feels like it's gonna break. So yeah, I don't want to risk it. Give me 2 minutes. I'll just try to figure it out. I mean, just a minute. I'll try to figure it out. Okay, I'm back, and I just figured it out. So before you close this thing, I'm sorry, you have to make sure that these two, which are actually placed at the side, you have to just lock him into these two holes that you're gonna see right there. So this thing would just really hang. I thought that there would be some locking section for the hands, but they just really hang there. And be careful, because I just noticed that mine has already like stress marks when we're putting these two together, so just be careful with that. So it's pretty much just gonna look like that, and it looks okay, you know, it looks good. And all we have to do is just connect this upper part now with the lower section. So I'm gonna just leave this here and then just get this whole top assembly, lower assembly. So there. And I'll show you what happens. So this section right here is going to connect like so. There you go. So it's really tall. There you have it. There you go. And of course we're going to put the arms. So there'd be that section right there where you could put these arms right here. There you go. That's one. And we're gonna put the other one now. Oopsie, something fell. Give me a sec. Ow, my hand hurts. So we're gonna just pop this in here. And we're almost set, really. We're almost done. I'm just gonna move the camera a bit. There you go. This is there. You can see that it's almost complete, but we have to just put these things right here. Now you see that little navel thing right there? That's pretty much where this thing goes, and doesn't really have that a lot of connection or steady piece to hold it in. But that's pretty much your MachineBoy Bruticus right there. It's big. The next thing that we want to do is put these things down at the back. So if we rotate him, I'm going to try to rotate him right now. The legs are just really falling apart. So this is the back. That's a lovely looking back right there. We're going to put these two to these holes right there. These two holes. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put this thing there. And voila. So it's kind of keeping backwards because it's back heavy. And you know those missiles that we saw earlier? These two, we can put them here as side panel missiles. And these two things that we see, you can just really put them wherever you want to put them. I like putting them here. Put that there. And these guys try to fold this. Alright, let's bring this guy around. And just put him here. There you go. So there you have Bruticus. Now the gun, here's the gun. You can just unfold that and bring that like that. and you can make him hold it. There's going to be a port on the, what do you call this, the palm of that hand, where you can just fit this in. And just close the arms like that. And there you have it. That is one big robot right there. I'm trying to angle him. So I'm gonna just remove my camera, and that is Bruticus right there. That is one huge robot. Nice. There you go. Looks great. It looks really great. Now, if we're going to compare him, let me just put the camera back in its clamp. If we're going to compare him with other combiners, you just get one thing that's handy right now is Betatron. So let's get this guy right here. He just towers over the Combiner Wars figures, and right now he's just really too tall for that Combiner Wars, and yeah, that's one big robot right there. He's a pain to transform. It's hard to transform and separate him one by one, so it really just took a lot of effort for me to just try to combine him once more. So yeah, he's something that you'd really want to get if you're a big fan of combiners, and I don't know, I just really like the way he looks. Some people would buy the Jinbao Bruticus, but for me, I think I'm gonna go with this MachineBoy right here. It looks a lot better in scale. Although the Combiner Wars looks tiny compared to him, but I believe Bruticus really should be a very bigger combiner than any other basic combiners. I mean, other than Predaking, of course. But let's remove Betatron. And yeah, so look at that face. That face sculpt is just amazing. Kudos again to Warbotron for giving us a very good face, and MachineBoy for copying it. The amount of detail on this robot is just really amazing, and a fraction of the price of what you're going to get if you buy the original Warbotron. So again, that is finally our completed MachineBoy Bruticus. He looks magnificent, and I hope you like this very long review. It just took a lot of effort to combine him, and I had two separate, what do you call this, videos for this just one episode. So again, if you have any feedback, comments, suggestions, I'd like to hear from you. Thank you again for watching. If you like the videos that I post, please subscribe, support small channels, and thank you again for watching. My name is Chompilo, and till all are one. Peace out.